Hello everyone, it's me, Rory Paddock, 4 picks from the paddock.co.uk, and it is time to have some of that Friday feeling. It's just gone 10 past 10 on Friday morning. It's the 1st of July, first of the month. Hopefully it's a lucky start to the month as well. Hopefully we can get a bit of money for the weekend. You'll be pleased to know that I will not be showing my face on this live stream. As rough as I feel, you do not want to be seeing this in any way, shape, or form. But I've got 4 horses for you today. 2 from Doncaster, 2 from Haydock that I think you should pay very close attention to. The first one and the first selection comes at Doncaster in their afternoon meeting, and it is a contest. I think it's the 5th race on the card. It's the 3:20 sprint handicap. And as you can see on screen right about now, Jawal is the one for me. Mickey Dodds' horse. Jawal is a course and distance winner who has an absolutely fantastic course and distance form. Prior to his last start here, it had 3 wins from 3 course and distance starts. Drifted a little bit in the market out to 9-2, which is actually more appealing. It's now perhaps more of an each-way play for me. Purely on course form, I think Doncaster is a course that is rather unique. So if you've got a horse that has decent form here previously, that counts for a lot. Of a decent mark, I know it's 7, but it's certainly nowhere near time for retirement. It's a sprinter, so it should last longer. And I'm thinking Connor Beasley, Michael Dodds should have a horse that makes the frame here in the 3:20. Sticking with Doncaster. And in the lucky last, the 5 o'clock contest, it's another sprint handicap, this time over a furlong extra. It's over 6 furlongs. 9 are set to go to post. And I think the Timmy's to be trained East Street Review, albeit as a 9-year-old, is absolutely massively priced in a race of this nature. 16-1 is ludicrous. If you imagine that over the last 12 months, that horse has competed in Class 2 company. It's also competed in Class 3 company. It's done rather well. It finished, where was it now? It finished 3rd of 15 back in September last year in the Jockey Club Grassroots Series final sprint handicap at Nottingham, which was a Class 2 race. Far better than this. And it is now all the way down in Class 6 company. It's actually not raced in Class 6 company since the 18th of December 2019. It's way below its last winning mark. Yes, its recent form this term has been very, very poor, but in what looks a pretty poor race, 16-1 is massive. And it's just too big and too tempting not to take a little slice of that. East Street Review to go much better than his odds suggest in the 5 o'clock at Doncaster. We then go to Haydock and we're going to take a race in. It's the 7:08 and the famous Bond silks, the black and yellow silks there. It's a 7:08 race. At Haydock, it is over 6 furlongs, so another sprint. And I'm going to go with Bond Power. 3-year-old handicap, Brian Smart, Graham Lee on board. Finished reasonably well in 3rd last time out. Prior to that, went well, albeit in a 15-runner race, went 9th. But that was a race that was won by Corker, who's since gone on to do rather well. And I just think potentially this horse has a bit more room for improvement. The yard aren't going great guns at the moment. But, yes, this is a better race than when it finished 3rd last time out. But it's not a ridiculously deep race. It's only a Class 4 race. True Gem obviously has a decent shout at the 94 favourite. Probably is the one that will take all the beating. But we're going to play it with a little bit tentatively. We're going to go each way. Bond Power for the Smart Yard. If the money's anything to go by, it's been backed in from 12-1, now into 17-2. And if that market support is anything to go by, it should go rather well. as another each way selection. Stick with Haydock for our final selection, and it comes in the, let's have a look, the lucky last again. This time it's the 840, and I'm going for the current 9-4 favourite, Golden Apollo. Seems to be a bit of a running theme here with races either 7 furlongs, 6 furlongs, or 5 furlongs. And it's a case of siding with horses that are way too good, or should be based on their best form for the grade. Another Timmy's to be horse I'm siding with, just like East Street Review before. Horse finished 5th of 16 in a really competitive handicap at Pontefract last month. That was Class 3, and it's now in Class 5 company. Form, in terms of recent form and best form, it's by far the best in the race. It's an 8-year-old. It's got experience on its side. Form here at Haydock, it's not great, but that aside, should take all the beating as the 9-4 favourite. That's Golden Apollo in the 840. Those are my 4 horses. I will run through them quickly. Jawal in the 320 at Doncaster. East Street Review in the 5 o'clock. Bond Power in the 708 at Haydock. And in the final race, the 840 at Haydock, Golden Apollo. I've been Rory Paddock, the picks on the paddock.co.uk. Any likes, comments, and shares, always welcome. But remember, fingers crossed, touch wood, and good luck if you follow.